Oh, it didn't. Oh, there it is. I say there's the counter. Where's the counter at? Oh, let's wait for a few minutes to see if anybody comes in. So I'm late tonight. Oh, there's one. There's one. And we have one and only one. I don't know why it says there's something below it, but there's nothing. Well, there's Doc. Hello, sir. How are you? How are you doing? I just got done. Yeah, it's a little cool down here. It's uh it's heading down into the 20s tonight down here in Florida. I'll grab my phone here and I'll tell you what it says. Well, my computer says right now it's 38 degrees. For Florida, that's kind of chilly. And excuse me. Phone says it's 35 degrees where I'm at. It's heading down to 26 for a low. It's only supposed to be 59 tomorrow. But it is wintertime. So, I mean, you can't expect it to be warm. I'm not kidding. When it got cold a couple of mornings, in fact, I will probably grab mine. I've got my more central, so north central, basically. I'm not too far from UF, but I had to dig out my heavy coat because at work, of course, we have no heat. And if you get slow like we've been here lately, you're standing around and you're freezing your can off because you're not doing anything. So yeah, I didn't think I'd ever have to dig that thing out again. I sure am glad we kept them. I've got that and a couple of Chiefs jackets. One of them's back up home. I left it up there in case I have to fly up in the wintertime or something like that. I got something to wear because I don't like to wear that stuff on the plane. It's just big, excuse me, big and bulky and gets in the way. And I get so dang hot on them airplanes anyway. So half the time it's way hotter in there than I like. But flying is not one of my things. But man, I tell you what, driving is a long drive anymore. The older I get, the less I like to do the drive. But there may come a point where I end up having to go up and take care of mom anyway. It's only right. I mean, they pretty much raised us. They pretty much raised us when we were young and take care of us and everything else. And, it's only right you return the favor. And, my mom is a widow, so I lost my dad almost 4 years ago. Man, I can't believe time's going that fast. But she's doing pretty good. Hang on, I gotta go let the kids in. chilly out there, isn't it, kids? Yeah, chilly out there. Yeah. Yeah, chilly out there, isn't it? Yeah. Chilly out there. Uh, oh yeah, always. The Golden Bailey is like um, Foxy's mom, which here she comes behind me. She's grown quite attached to me here lately. What are we doing, Foxy? Meow. Meow. Right? What are you doing? There she is. She's grown quite attached to me. She pretty much does the morning thing, don't you? She likes to get on my leg anymore. But yeah, I lost my grandpa uh, real early too. Um, I was pretty young when he passed. Um, let's see, that would have been, I think I was 18 at the time. That now 17 maybe 17. And let's see, 17, that would have been like 89. Yeah, 89. So dad would have been, um, my dad was 40. Oh man, my brain doesn't want to work this late. Um, my dad was 46 when he lost his dad. So he lost his dad way before I lost him. I don't remember how old Grandpa was at the time, but he it was rough because we were supposed to do, we did camping with him a lot, and he went on all our camping trips with us. Loved to fish. He'd take me out fishing in his little well, I don't know if it looked like a canoe, but it was just an aluminum boat, had a 9.9 Evinrude on the back of it. And I can remember many a times that thing would be up like this out of the water. But we caught a lot of fish in that dude. Oh, goodness gracious, great balls of fire. So I got to keep my dad a little bit longer than he did his. So I'm thankful for that for sure. Oh, I know. Speaking of which, have you seen all the latest celebrities that have passed away? Um, seems kind of fishy. Thanks, David. I appreciate it. I'm glad you stopped in. Thanks for saying hello. I sure appreciate it. I don't do a real good job of advertising these things or promoting them, I guess I should say. Hi, big boy. Hi, big boy. I guess if I would promote them a little better, I would get more people out here. But you know, a lot of people go out on the weekends too, and it is Saturday night. You know, I'd imagine if I picked a different time to do them, it'd probably turn out better. But yeah, Lisa Marie, the football player, 14-year-old kids. Well, the football player, unless I've heard different, DeMar was recovering, but he got smacked pretty hard. Lisa Marie, I did hear, and then they had another one where they were talking about that sudden cardiac event or something like that, and some father started it. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I mean, it depends on what the doctor says, but I mean, if he goes, I guess if he got smacked again with another one of those cardiac events, that you know, it may do him in for sure. Um, not quite figured that one out, but I still think it's related to something else, and we'll leave that right there. Um, Interesting. You know, they don't say anything. Well, you know, I don't watch the mainstream media much anymore because I mean, just there's too much crap that it's not. I don't think it's right. You know, I think it's I think it's quite hilarious that all of a sudden our current administration has been caught with some classified documentation. What's up, Danny? How are you tonight? And so now uh, they're talking about um, MTG is wanting to do impeachment, which I think is hysterical. Yeah, they are. The problem is they need to get rid of uh, what's her nuts too. We'll see what happens. Anyway, um, what else do I see? Oh, really? Interesting. Probably from a Botox injection. Um, that stuff's not real safe anyway. But what I know, a few more people popping in here. That's fantastic. I just finished one of my most expensive, as far as parts wise, transmission tonight, and I've got to put some stuff on hold. I've got stuff I got to get done here. Well, that's good for you. What's up, Steven? Are you drying out there in California yet? I heard they were getting hammered pretty good. I miss running a shop, but then again, I don't. Oh, good Lord. Yeah, I've been seeing some footage out there in California, some bunch of trees down and I guess some pretty significant flooding. So hopefully you guys got some boats you can float around in. Yeah, the drought's definitely over for sure. We got some storms last night here. I mean, it thundered, cracked. It actually woke me up, which I'm one of those people that once I'm asleep and I got my machine on, I'm out. But man, that thunder cracking and everything else, and the rain woke me up last night. I'm glad to hear you getting better, Doc. That's great. I so I started this. I don't know if it's not a diet, but I've changed some of the stuff that I've been eating, and I try not to eat anything after like 6:30 or 7, and I pretty much cut out all the sweets that I can, except for what occurs naturally, and it sucks. I just put it that way. It sucks, but when I get on the scale in the morning and see the results, it keeps me encouraged. So, well, hi, Lori Smith. That's a good last name. Yeah, man. I tell you what, the other, what was it? I guess it was last night on the way home from work. That wind was just brutal here. It wasn't that cold, but man, it was cutting right through you. Now, I mean, I can't say anything about cold because it really doesn't get that bad here. Give it back to X Heavy. The it's it's crazy. That wind was just, it was like 50, 51 here on the way home last night. But man, the wind was just blowing, and I could not get warmed up. Yeah, you'd think you'd never use the heat in a car down here, but that's just not true. I mean, I guess if you're down near Miami and you live down there, that's another story. But I mean, you get a big chance for the hurricanes and everything else. Where we're at, we're pretty safe. So yeah, it wasn't that bad. We had some wind today, but not bad. Oh yeah, yeah, we got heat in the house for sure. Um, it's a it's a heat pump slash electric backup. The whole house is electric, which it's first house I've had like that. You know, everything else we grew. You know, I grew up in the Show Me State, and we always had furnace and natural gas or fireplaces. And I miss my fireplace because I mean it's nothing like it's just one of those really nice things to have. You know, you burn wood in it and warm the house, and It just smells good, makes the whole house smell good. Used to like the show CSI Miami. Yeah, well, I liked I didn't like what's his nuts playing it. I can't remember the dude's name, but I don't think he fit that role very good. The redheaded dude. But I like the CSI Vegas. That was my favorite show. I haven't watched the new one since they put it on, but I heard Marg Helgenberger is still on there a couple of times. Yeah, Horatio Kane. Oh, really? Now he's good in some movies, but I couldn't get used to him in that one. The spinoffs weren't as good as the one in Vegas. I think anyway. Boring. That's kind of what I thought. He was in Rambo. I'm gonna have to watch the movie now. I don't remember him being in Rambo, but I imagine you're probably right. As many movies as I like. I'm finally getting to catch up on Yellowstone uh, with Kevin Costner. That's a good flipping show. I mean to tell you, it's nice. It's a good show. They had a marathon on New Year's where they played all the episodes, and I had just DVR'd every one of them. And so I've been watching them, binge watching them, trying to get caught up to date and see what happens. And I have not watched 1883 yet. Um, I heard that it's not bad. They're supposed to be having another one too, on the Four Sixes Ranch. I heard that today. I think it was on something, but there's supposed to be a spinoff on the Four Sixes Ranch, which is where Jimmy ended up going uh, because he couldn't cut it at Yellowstone. But yeah, I love that show. That's a good show. I still don't get that pink haired gal. Funny as hell. But I'll have to check it out, Lord. See if it. Oh, I've seen The Abyss. That's the one with. Um, oh crap! I can't. I can picture him and her. But good. That's a damn good movie. Yeah, that's a real good movie. Bud Harris. That's it. Bud Harris and the gal was in a couple other movies too, and I can't think of her name. 1883 has Faith Hill, Tim McGraw, and Sam Elliott in it. Yeah, Ed Harris. Oh hell, anything's got to be good if it's got Sam Elliott in it. That dude was in Roadhouse with Patrick Swayze. Uh, that was one of Patrick Swayze's best movies, I think. Anyway, I don't know. Red Dog wasn't bad with um, Meatloaf in it. That was pretty good. Sam is the man for sure. He was in Tombstone. Yeah, he was. Uh, wasn't he in? Uh, was the name of the movie Ghost Rider? The one with Nicolas Cage in it? Wasn't he like the Grim Reaper or something like that? Nah, it wasn't him. It's the mustache. That's right. He's always had that thick mustache. Yeah, yeah. I'm sure the gossip there in at the nursing home is something else. I know it was when my grandma was in. Well, she was in assisted living. These were actually apartments, but I don't know if you'd call it a nursing home because it wasn't a nursing home. It was more like assisted living. But she used to tell me stories about the stuff that goes on there, and it was funny. Wilford Brimley. I guess Wilford Brimley was a cowboy. Um, one of the Yellowstone uh, episodes they dedicated to Wilford Brimley. Um, what's up, Stephen Turner? Jacksonville Jaguars. Yeah, Wilford Brimley was he was he was pretty cool. I still remember him in Cocoon. That's the one I remember him the most from was Cocoon. Yeah, diabetes. I don't know if the game's on right now or not. I wasn't. I just like I said, I came in from the shop. I was been out building a transmission out in the shop, so I didn't have anything on. I can't get good enough reception out there. At least I haven't tried lately. It's gotten better, but um, I can't use the Wi-Fi. It's not strong enough signal to get out there, but um, usually the network will pick up pretty decent. Diabetes, man, that's funny. I don't know if I can even see that. Let's see here, YouTube TV. Oh, I can't switch right now. It'll kick me off. I was going to go swing over and look at it, but if I do, it'll kick me off of the. Yeah, but here's the problem. Well, I don't know if I would assume that you'd have to do it with a. I guess it would just have to have power, wouldn't it? If it's just a Wi-Fi repeater, I'd imagine the freaking lag time though would be down. The reception or bandwidth would be bad because when you stream, we stream our TV, so I mean it takes good bit of bandwidth, especially if we got the TV on behind us and the wife's watching TV and I'm on the computer. I use quite a bit of bandwidth here. There you go, Stephen. No, it's diabetes. Beatus. That's how you said it. It was diabetes. but I can remember him doing those commercials for it. Anyway, yeah, Stephen, you talk about that hamburger helper. That is one of the things that I cannot eat anymore because mainly what I'm trying to do is get away from anything processed and added sugars. And like I said, it sucks to eat that way because I mean it cuts out a lot of the stuff that we all love. But in the same instance, I got to do it for my diabetes and to help with my blood pressure, and it's working. Uh, it's not fast. Well, okay, I could give you that, Stephen. The hamburger helper is probably a little better for you than the hot dogs are, but yeah, I can't do rice, Doc. That's out. And I think I ate too much fish at one time. I had fish like 2 meals in a row. Was it 2 meals in a row? I cooked two salmon fillets, which were fantastic. I cooked them in the Ninja grill that I got, and I used Dijon mustard as a base and put some Old Bay on top of it and put it in the air fryer. Man, it was good. That is the best way to cook salmon because it you don't have all the smoke in the house. And I learned something about olive oil that if you overheat olive oil, it makes it a good fat and turns it into a bad fat because you're letting the smoke out of it. So it's not really good to cook with. It's good for salad dressings and that kind of stuff, but it's not good to cook with. They say an alternative to that is using pure coconut oil. And so I bought some of that, and I found Pam actually has coconut oil spray, and that stuff works great. I used it on. I didn't know what to eat last night for dinner, so I had breakfast for dinner, and it was fantastic. I made a ham and cheese omelet. I've not tried, Lori. I haven't tried cauliflower rice. I've made cauliflower mash before. I like cauliflower, period. Avocado's pretty good. Right now, they're not really in season down here. Um, and they take a little bit of time to ripen enough to where you can eat it. I can't eat them just plain. They got to be mixed with a little bit of lemon juice and a little salt and some tomatoes. In other words, if it's made into guac, I can eat it, no problem. It just turns yellow fast or kind of brown, green. I tried some that they had prepackaged at the store. Man, that stuff was salty. I didn't get that again for sure, but you're right, Doc. Extra virgin olive oil is great and it's healthy, but you can't cook with it. Uh, at least not use it as frying or something like that. It just once you let the smoke out of it, it's no good. I did get my mop cut. Man, I was telling the gal that cuts my hair, and it's like, I wanted to get in there 2 weeks ago, and she had taken some time off first of the year, which yeah, I don't blame her for that. And she goes, "Yeah, your hair's really long." I says, "Yeah, I know for me it is, but yeah, I got it cut this morning. It was driving me crazy." when it gets long here on the sideburns, which I usually have whacked the sideburns off, it starts going into my ear and it tickles my ear and it drives me crazy. Yeah, I haven't had any pork skins in a while. I was buying them there for a little bit, and I quit. I quit buying them. I forgot about the pork skins. I can actually eat those, um, but yeah, I've been doing pretty good with it. I'm down almost 10 pounds in 2 weeks, so I can't complain. I mean, it didn't come on real fast, so it's not going to come off real fast. And I think I feel a little better now that I've been eating a little cleaner. That's what I'm trying to do is just eat cleaner and stuff better for me, less processed stuff. Oh, I couldn't do the no red meat. Doctors, just no way. Grass fed ghee. What is ghee? I don't know what ghee is. Guess I could look it up. What is ghee? What's a fat? Cinnamon for clarified butter. One difference, unlike French technique, ghee traditionally simmers for a while, browning the milk solids, adding slightly nutty flavor to the finished product. Huh. It's a South Asian clarified butter used for substitute a variety of fats and oils across cuisines. Both casein, casein and lactose free, making it suitable for those variety of fats and oils across cuisines. That's it, lactose intolerance. Billions of people enjoy ghee. Huh, interesting. Oh, Doc, don't. I'm telling you, I still struggle with it, but oh, I've got to do it. I mean, I was big on sugar, and it was just it's. I guess I'm finally realizing how bad sugar actually is for you. Now I eat natural sugar, stuff that's produced in fruit. Um, because I love fruit. Uh, Probably because it's sweet, but I mean I don't add any sugar to it. A health transmission channel. Oh, I know. Clarified, but I'll have to see if the store's got it tomorrow because tomorrow's my day I go. We usually buy the real butter with olive oil in it, Land O'Lakes, and it's really good stuff. I don't eat a whole lot of butter, but it does work good in mixed veggies. I've been eating mixed veggies and I've got I buy the cauliflower and broccoli florets frozen because otherwise the real stuff will go bad too fast. And I can take the frozen stuff for lunch real easy. Toss a little pat of butter in there with it, and it's good to go. Ooh. Lori, I usually buy 18 eggs at a time, and the cage-free eggs are the last time I seen them was they were 7.89, I think, for 18, and that was for the cage-free. And the regular eggs, the 18, uh, the house brand, whatever they've got there, they're usually 8.50. So I don't understand why the cage-free eggs are cheaper, but who? Yeah, that's another thing that I've been trying to get away from, Danny, is the gluten. But man, I tell you what, just everything wheat has got gluten in it. So it sucks because you got to read a lot more labels. You got to read the ingredients on what you're buying, and if you can get organic, that's better for you for sure. I been getting the organic bananas, and I know bananas are not something you're supposed to eat, but they make really good smoothies, and they actually taste different. Kerrygold is the best butter I've tried. I don't know if we've got that here. Like I said, it'll be something I'll have to look tomorrow. Yeah, Danny, that's what I'm getting. Free range egg or cage free. Uh, I've been buying the brown eggs like that, and they're to me, I think they're so much better. Yeah, we used to. My wife was getting them from. She was getting a flat of eggs. They were basically farm eggs that a farmer would come by and get them, and I guess he got so much demand for them that he couldn't keep up, and he quit doing it. But she was buying flat eggs, which, if I remember, I had flats like 36 eggs, and I think she was paying $6 for them, and they were fantastic. Yeah, you have to. Yeah, Danny, when I was a bachelor, I used to for the wife and I met, I used to buy ground turkey all the time, and I'd make chili out of ground turkey, and it was really good. It's a different flavor. I didn't get as much venison as I'd like to get because I used to get venison from friends, but I mean, depends on if they get anything good or they want to part with some of it. Doc, I've got a freezer full of stuff right now, and I kind of watch the sales, and I've got to buy boneless chicken again tomorrow, and I usually buy uh, the whatever they've got. I don't buy the frozen stuff. I try to buy the fresh uh, chicken, boneless chicken. But they've been doing pretty good. It's been like 2.99, 2.49, or 2.99 a pound, which is not bad. That's pretty good for a deer. That's not bad at all for deer. I tell you what, deer sausage. Oh my lord, deer sausage is so good. Yeah, that's not bad at all. I just wish we could find some people that have got some beef down here, uh, kind of like that. Because I'd like to find some, somebody that's got grass-fed uh, beef, uh, non-GMO, no antibiotics. Just clean. They've got some prepackaged stuff there at the store, but they want $11 a pound for that stuff. I'm like, there's no flipping way I'm doing that. Well, Doc, the big thing down there too is keeping the antibiotics away from it, because whatever antibiotics that the animals get, of course, they pass it down to us, and that's not good for you either. Online, huh? I've never seen it online, but yeah, for sure. But the problem is you got to find somebody that that's got the beef, because the beef you get in the supermarket is so regulated. Uh, it's controlled. The USDA is getting their hands at it. There's only like four meat packers in the world, so I mean, you got to know somebody that does it away from that, and it can't be regulated. Um, you're better off just to get your own steer or something like that, and raise it with the intent on processing it for food. Well, Lori, I know it's high, but if you think about it, it's really not high if it keeps you out of the doctor. You're actually, ahead that way. It keeps you healthier that way. Yeah, Doc, you can't be more right on that statement. Yeah, yeah. Deer sausage, like I said, is just fantastic. It's just so good. Excuse me. Goodness. I tell you what, this has been a pretty decent live stream. I wasn't expecting any miracles. I got on here late. It's been quite a few people stopping in tonight. That's fantastic. I sure appreciate everybody coming in. My videos have been kind of lacking here lately. I've been so busy doing other things. I got to get trying to get caught up. I got to deliver. Excuse me, goodness gracious. I need to either deliver that transmission tonight or Monday or tomorrow or Monday. So good night, Lori. Uh, I appreciate you stopping in and saying hello, and have a good evening. I appreciate that, Doc. Buy oranges in Florida grocery store. They actually have a couple of farmers markets around here. They've got one in the little town where I'm at, and then they've got one. Uh, excuse me, in the city. And I want to say it's on Saturday mornings. I don't think it's every Saturday, but uh, I need to go check out tips for the '01 Tahoe axle shafts. As far as what, Danny? What are you trying to do? Oh, goodness gracious, great balls of fire. Sorry. Had a beanie on today out there in my shop. It was just cold enough that my head was getting cold, and my damn nose wouldn't quit running just because I was cold. But I got warmed up pretty good. Stick together or be stuck apart. Yeah, stuck separate. That's a good point. Okay, so are you talking, Danny, on the rear axle or on the front axle? Because on the front axle, the rotors are floating. It really doesn't matter. Um, came in a few days. Oh, you're putting axle shafts in it. Came in a few days ago. Well, I'm not sure then what you're asking other than putting them in. They're pretty easy. I mean, just like everything else. The rear axle shafts, you got a C clip in the axle and the differential you got to take out, and then the axles come out. Yeah. So other than that, it's pretty simple. You got to take the axles out, I'm sure, to take the backing plates off and all that good stuff. If you're doing a brake conversion to, bare brakes, because it's going to have its own stuff to bolt on. Yeah, you might not have to take it off, but I don't know if it still uses the same rotor hat. Uh, in other words, it's got the park brake shoe on the inside, and then your service brakes are actually your pads. Mobile. Main head gasket's worth $500. Well, I guess it depends on how many miles are on it, Doc, but that's going to be a 05 Pontiac Grand Prix or Bonneville. Well, that should be a 3800. Um, still runs. Well, if it's a 3800, I'd be surprised if the head gaskets are popped on it. I'd say more likely the intake's leaking because they were notorious for that. Oh, yeah, the bearing on it, Danny, is uh, the bearing on it. You have to use a slide hammer with it. It's got looks like a little uh, like a foot. Uh, it pivots. It goes in there, and then you tighten it up so uh, it doesn't slip out. Then yeah, you use a slide hammer to pull the axle bearing out. Uh, Pretty simple to do. I've got the tool. There's like 3 different ones. It's made by OTC, and it'll take some time because I mean they're in there pretty good, but they're pretty simple to do. Oh goodness gracious, great balls of fire! Yeah, they're pretty easy. Well, ladies and gents, I think I am going to call it a night. I am getting really tired. My eyes are getting heavy and I can't hardly see anything anymore. So I'm going to call it a night. Yeah, the upper intake was plastic on that uh, dock. The lower was aluminum. Danny, you should be able to rent that from the parts store. Just tell them you need an axle bearing remover. They should have that in their loaner tool program. So, like I said, I'm going to call it a night. So, I want to just wish you all some very uh, make sure to give your loved ones a squeeze and keep your chin up, keep praying, and y'all take care of yourself, take care of each other. God bless you, and God bless America. Bye bye.